When I say who's the master, you say show no. It's all about that water tribe. What's up, everybody? Showing up the king here, and I'm here to do my review for Avatar: Legend of Korra, episode 5, and the winner is. Let's get started. I just gotta say, these guys who made this series, they are phenomenal. Like, I had no idea I was going to enjoy this show so much. It's just amazed me on like every level, every week. It hasn't been a bad episode yet, so there's a lot of stuff to cover. Let's get into it. All right, so the episode opens up with the Firefarers training for their big championship matchup. Korra's fired up. She's got that fire in her stomach right now. She hates the Wombats, and with good reason. They seem like a bunch of assholes. So typically when you got that kind of stuff going on, they're going to cheat. That's probably how they've been able to win. That was my speculation. Anyway, so there was an interruption as they were training, and it was Amon, and Amon was basically saying that he wanted them to shut down the tournament. He did not want them to have the fight. He wanted them to shut down everything. He wanted it cut. That's it, done. And of course, Korra's like, no, we're not going to shut it down. What is he smoking crack? So, she goes to the council to try to plead to them that don't shut things down, that, they shouldn't, listen to Amon, which I agree with. I'm like, you don't want to let some bully come in and just say, hey, I'm telling you to shut this down. And I'm like, no, what's wrong with you? So, of course, they want to shut it down. And what ends up happening is that Officer Bayfong, the metal bender, Toph's daughter, she comes in and she's like, no, we're not going to give up to these bullies. We're not going to give in to these terrorists. We're going to still have things going. I'm going to get my metal benders. We wear armor. They wear armor, so, they can't chi block them. So, she's going to take personal responsibility for what's going to happen. So, of course, the council reluctantly agrees, and they decide to let everything keep going. Now, I want to say this up front. His name escapes me right now, but he was the one that set up the task force to try to stop Amon. I think he's working with Amon because shortly after that encounter, the guy with the lightning sticks found out what's going to happen, and he's like, yeah, they're going to continue on with the thing, so our plan's to go. Somebody on that council is a snitch. Snitches get stitches. Remember that. So anyway, we also find out that Tenzin, the woman that Tenzin used to date before he married his current wife, was actually Toph's daughter. They kind of all grew up together. They had a thing for each other. And the mom is the one that took Tenzin away from Toph's daughter. And I actually thought that was kind of crazy. It actually explains why they have so much friction between each other when they meet up. So again, Avatar slowly but surely revealing all those secrets. Gotta love it. So, what ends up happening is the tournament starts, everything's in grand fashion. They got like the fireworks and you got the crowd going crazy. If I haven't mentioned this I did mention this in my last video. I love me some pro bending. I love it. I wish they had its own separate show that can just give us some pro bending, make up some teams from all over the nation and just go at it. But, maybe we'll see. Maybe we will. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, right? So anyway, the Firefarers do their entrance first, and I thought it was kind of hilarious that Bolin comes in and he's pulling his Hulkamania. He's winding up the band and trying to get everybody's attention. I thought that was hilarious. And Pablo, he does his little acrobats and try to hype the crowd up. And then of course the Wombats come in. They're flailing their little wings and they have these like crazy bat masks and they look a hot mess. And the action kits kind of started like right away. The leader of the Wombats, he comes up with almost like a water shoe rake, and he's like trying to punch Korra in the face, and she like knocks it off, and she's like blocking, and they're clearly cheating. That's the thing I was saying. People like that, with the shifty eyes, you can always tell that they're a bunch of cheaters, and that's exactly what they do. They cheat. They're turning their water into ice, which is clearly a rule breaker. They actually put rocks in the water and was attacking where they were taking clear shots to the head. They were doing everything in their power to cheat their way to a victory, which means it's exactly how they won all these years in a row, because they cheated. Slow clap for the cheaters. Anyway, so they almost got the Firefarers almost actually got knocked out in the very first round. But luckily, Korra, with her like humongous Hulk strength, held on to the side of the ring, and she was able to toss Mako back up on the stage. And they actually came back and won that round. Well, no, they actually lost the first round. The second round ended up being a tie. And then, we have our good old tiebreakers. And this time, Korra took on the leader of the Wombats. And, she hit him with a like a Mike Tyson hat trick. She like threw the water at the front and then like kicked it up from the bottom and like gave him an uppercut and knocked him square on his ass. I thought that was awesome. I was like, okay, this is crazy. The fighting style that they choose to use in this show, it's like martial arts mixed with boxing, mixed with soccer, mixed with dodgeball, like pro bending 2012. Let's vote it in. So basically, like I was saying before, the Wombats continue to cheat, and they actually end up knocking them out of the ring and winning with the water, with the earth inside of it, the rocks inside of it, and knock them out. They clearly won by cheating. The referee clearly was, paid off, and that's pretty much what happens. And then Amon has his, once the match is over, Amon has his agents that are in the crowd. They slip on these like electronic bracelets and they start knocking out all the soldiers because they can't chi block them because of the armor, but they have a way around that, which is the electricity. So what happens is, they knock out Tenzin and they knock out Toph's daughter, and they're like out for the count. And Amon steps into the ring. The guy with the electric sticks, he electrocutes the water. And Korra and Mako and Bolin, they're all out as well in the water. They're knocked out. And he gets on the stage, and Amon gets on the stage, and he attacks the not the fire fairies, but the Wombats, and he makes short work of them. They were nothing. Again, cheaters usually are not great fighters, so they lose. He takes their bending away, and then he makes his big declaration about "I told you," blah blah blah. He's running his mouth like he does. But the interesting part happens when he's leaving. Korra gets free, and she's like, "No, I'm not letting this guy get away." So she like shoots up in the water, and she's like halfway there. And then Officer Bayfall, she comes out of nowhere with her metal bending, and she helps her out. She like tosses her up to the top of the roof, and Korra makes it. And then there's like a huge battle that ensues. And Korra was putting in work, man. She was like knocking these guys off the podiums, and they were falling back. And then they actually had another battle with the guy with the lightning sticks. And then Toph's daughter actually joins in, and she's helping Korra, and they're both fighting. It was just like madness. Like, this episode was fantastic. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get to Amon. He ended up getting away in his airships, and he ended up blowing up the pro bending arena. So I don't know if we'll see any pro bending for a little bit until at least they get the arena fixed. But that's cool. Now we can focus on Amon and find out exactly what's going on. One bit of extra news right there, again, close to the end of the episode. There was another flashback, and I'm convinced now that what Korra's having is Aang's memories are coming to her as she's like being knocked unconscious or she's been hurt. These memories are flooding back to her, and that's what she's seeing. Because in this one, we actually see an adult Toph, and we see Aang again. And Aang was kind of a badass when he was an adult. Like, he had like the whole beard and the angry face and everything. It was crazy. So anyway, I'm going to give this episode a 5 out of 5. Love this episode. I am thoroughly enjoying this show. But I want to know what you guys think. I want to get this conversation started. Comment in the section below. Thumbs up for Avatar. Thumbs up for Pro Bending. This is Sean Off the King. Have a great day, guys.